Hello guys and welcome back to Legos Island. It is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, which is Valentine's Day for 2024. With all that being said, let's jump right into it. Also, I'm actually kind of surprised I'm filming it as late as I did because I actually have a little fun fact for all of you about this party. You see, after the events of the Operation Legos Island 2024 finale, I didn't come back onto the island until the 13th. And then I realized, when cleaning up the future time period, the Valentine's Day party was just one day away anyway. Why not just get a little head start? So I did a lot of it the day before. And a lot of it here on the 14th as well. Of course, the school day was long as heck, but also kind of fun towards the end. And yeah. So, who knows how long it'll take us to get through this tour. But regardless, let's automatically jump in right now with the Valentine's Day 2024 hat. Which, by the way, I want to clarify, I literally just made all the items right before recording. That's actually not a joke. But let's put it on. And of course, let me just clarify, we have a full-on armor set. Again. Just like all other years, except for 2018. Because that only consisted of like 2 shirts. Anyway, with all that being said, this is only a 3-day party from February 14th ending the 17th, making it, ironically, the shortest Valentine's Day party of them all. That's actually not a joke. This is actually, ironically, the shortest Valentine's Day party ever in the entire island's history. Not even the 2018 one is this short. It actually was 5 days. The only other one we could say that could be this record is probably 2021. Which I think lasted like 3 or 4 days. Anyway, regardless, as you guys can see, the port is updated for this party, and we will go up there to get some dogs right when we get to the balcony. So don't worry. There is something, though. We will be bringing Valentine and Heart with us today. So actually, we don't even need to go to the dispensers today. Because we're just going to be bringing those 2 today in celebration of Valentine's Day. But anyway, before we go up to the pet cemetery, we're going to go ahead and showcase the port first. Which again, as you can see, is decorated for this party. And also, I want to clarify, just like last year, this is much more heavily downgraded compared to the previous year. Probably even more than the previous year. I know. It seems like these are getting smaller. They probably are, knowing me. Anyway, the port honestly looks amazing and uses the 3 iconic Valentine's Day colors. Red, pink, and white. But there is one new heart here. The cherry hearts. Speaking of which, some of the Cherry Grove elements are actually in this party, as it actually makes a little bit of sense if you look at it. In fact, going into the subway, we can clearly see exactly that. So that's pretty cool. With all that being said, the subway also looks very cool, and prepare to see the cherry stuff everywhere, as ironically that is true. In fact, this heart here was a semi-last minute addition. Like, for the majority of the time that I was decorating the island, I never put a heart over here, so that was kind of last minute. Just like the items. Anyway, the port looks very cool, and so does the subway, so let's go ahead and move on to the balcony. Actually, before we continue, let's go get those 2 dogs. And good news, they were both alive, so we're good. Anyway, here's the balcony, which looks like this. So, as you guys can see, the balcony looks like this. And also the staircase also looks pretty cool, which also uses the iconic Valentine's Day colors. Actually, scratch that, that's this entire party if it hasn't already made itself pretty clear on the background. Anyway, back to the point. This is pretty cool. And my cave also looks pretty cool. Because as you can see, well, it looks like this. This honestly looks really, really cool for what it is. And yeah, what do you guys think? We got some hearts over here, a white, red, and pink heart right here, with the table being updated like this, and a majority of this room just being the Valentine's Day colors. with some cherry elements up there. By the way, I think just like last year's party, a majority of the lights are ironically the pearls and frog lights. Actually, let me check the footage real quick. Nope, I am completely wrong. So never mind, apparently this is the first one to actually use the pearls and frog lights as the lights. I swear, I thought we did that last year, but I just looked at the footage. We never did, for some reason. I swear, you'd think I did that last year, but no, I didn't. That's something. The event room also looks pretty cool as well. With all that being said, this actually is a very cool design. We got the 3 hearts right here with some pink concrete powder on the ground, which also looks pretty cool. And we got a few streamers around here as well, which also makes it look very, very cool as well. With all that being said, there's not too much to say about this room. But if you actually managed to notice, the signs for free items room 1, 3, and 2 are back, finally. And I re-updated them to make them look a little more modern. By the way, the little entrance here is also a little different for that. Yeah, you can see that right there. With all that being said, this is such a cool room. Now, let's move on to the underground party room, as is ironically the next room. Let's head down there. And it looks like this. I know. It actually looks so cool. What do you guys think? I know. Oh, and like usual, this is normally the only room that's updated. I know, I should really update the other rooms again eventually. But we'll get there eventually. Regardless, though, the underground party room does look pretty cool. And yeah, what do you guys think? Comment down below. This actually does look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It really does, actually. And it really shows off how insane we can go with this room. Especially this. I was not originally gonna do the ceiling with this, but I thought, you know what? Why not? It's pretty much everywhere in this party, so it only made the most sense. That can also explain why it's right here as well. Anyway, back to the point though. We're gonna go to the lodge next. But before we actually continue, let's collect our next item, the Valentine's Day 2024 shirt, which looks like this, by the way. Looks very cool. Now let's go into the lodge. But before we head into the lodge, this is how it looks on the outside. Looks very, very cool. And yeah, with all that being said, let's make our way inside. Now this is where things really get interesting. Holy frick, look at this. This is literally where things truly do get interesting. And honestly, you're gonna be kind of surprised, but heck, even down here is updated. Kind of, at least. To an extent. That'll probably be the last time it'll be updated for a while, if I had to guess. The upstairs also looks really cool. I mainly also changed the auras to the cherry items, just to the cherry leaves. Yeah, just to clarify. By the way, that's not even an item in this party, because it's been offered numerous other times. Anyway, with all that said though, this honestly looks very cool. And what do you guys think? I know, I was not expecting to go this kind of insane, but hey, why not? See, even in here proves that. I don't know, I just like doing that for some reason. Anyway though, the inside still does look pretty cool. And heck, even in here. Oh yeah, this is still here because of course you can't place ladders on the leaves, so this is still left here. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa! We're not actually done up here. There is actually some decorations, if you haven't managed to notice. Looks very cool. Yeah, that's really it for up here. There's not much outside of the cherry leaves. Yep, even in here is updated. Honestly, it looks amazing. What do you guys think? It's honestly looks amazing. Anyway, let's continue. Next up is the theme park, which, actually, fun fact, was ironically the last room I did right before recording this video. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I almost started filming this. I not only realized I didn't create the items, but I also realized I never decorated the theme park. So I did that. And this is the only room updated. The others are not updated. And some things still need to be fixed from Operation Nicholas Island. So I will do that off camera. I didn't do that because I was focusing on this party, and unfortunately there is no medieval banner. Kinda too late now, considering it's almost the end of the entire day. So, I do apologize. I did not have enough time to make a medieval banner, but I did have enough time to make an actual banner for the actual party itself. I know, I just did not have time to make a medieval banner, guys. Plus also, I also did not have enough time to just spread it all over the place. With that said, though, this is really the only thing we really need to see when it comes to the theme park. So we're not going to be here long. In fact, speaking of which, we're already done. Oh, I forgot to show what the rest of this looked like on the outside. Take a look. Looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the lodge honestly looks so cool. And now we can move on. Next up is the blacksmith shop, which as you can see, doesn't really have that much decoration. The only thing it really has is just these decorations right here. And that's literally it. Heck, even going on the inside, there's basically nothing here, except for the fact that those need to be changed back. I should do that, actually. The flag store is not updated, but that's fine, although the lights, I think, have to be changed back, but regardless. That's pretty cool, though. There's not much else to say, and the tallest mountain is not updated. And, ironically, with that being said, let's move on to the resort. This is also, ironically, where our next free item is, which, fun fact, by the way, is in the exact same spot as 2023. That's not a joke. That's actually serious. So, let's put on the Valentine's Day 2024 pants. Let's put those on, and that is how it looks. To clarify, we are just one item away from finishing this. At least the armor set to be specific. So the last part actually does look pretty cool. With that in mind, we'll get to that later. If not very soon, considering we're almost to where it is. The resort, though, as you may notice, is updated for this. It honestly looks very, very cool. Actually, hold on. Let me update that. Make it a little more efficient. There we go. That actually looks way better. Anyway, back to the point, though. With the item already out of the way, the umbrella colors returned from 2019 because, hey, why not? It fits the theme. Although I guess I could have done white in there too, considering a majority of this is, you know, red, pink, and white. Oh well. That also means this too. So why didn't I do that? I don't know. I guess I just didn't feel like it at the time. Oh well. That's cool. Regardless, though, this is still very cool regardless. And with all that being said, let's move on to the next room. That next room, ironically, being the campsite. Which, you know, it's kind of a fun fact. I almost didn't decorate this room. And you also may have noticed it wasn't in the future time period. I know, it just got randomly left out somehow. That's weird. Anyway, back to the point, though. As you can see, the campsite is updated for this party. There are no items here. Our next item is on the Pet Cemetery Mountain, which we'll get to very soon. The campsite should not take as long, so that can probably explain why too. With that said though, the ranch is also updated, and we can clearly see that it is because there is a lot of decoration on it. Over here is also updated, but not as much. And we have another cherry heart right over here. Now as for the ranch itself, this is how it looks, and it honestly looks very, very cool. Heck, even the inside is updated. And dang, Valentine already beat us in here. Dang, she's good. Actually, I want to do something with this table. Much better. Alright, back to the point though. Here is the ranch. It won't take long considering there's not too many decorations in this room. So, with all that being said. Okay, actually, sorry, scratch that. I take all that back. There is a lot of decoration in here, actually. But shouldn't take us too long. I mean, even the stairs are updated for this party, ironically. And yeah. Anyway, there's not too much to say about this room outside of the fact that, dear God, I completely forgot how much I decorated here. Next up is the two small mountains, which, as you can clearly see right here, is updated. And it honestly looks very, very cool. So what do you guys think? That's not all, because up here is also updated for this party as well, which also looks amazing. So what do you guys think? I know, it's kind of small, but hey, we have to do something a little different that of course is not the same thing. But you know, it actually works. And at least it's much less for me to clean up on the 17th, which is ironically the same day the backyard one comes to a close. It's funny, those are literally the only 2 out of all 5 to end on the same day. Insane how that works. With all that being said, let's move on to right all the way over there. Next up is the Pet Cemetery Mountain, and as we can clearly see, it is very well decorated for this party. We now have hearts combining all 3 colors, but this isn't anything new as we've seen this in the Creations world a few years ago. And I think even in Zola's Lab 2, like last year, so this is nothing new. I think it might just be new to Lego's Island, specifically. I don't know, because last year we had the Amethyst Hearts, which, by the way, speaking of which, if you haven't managed to notice, it is completely gone in this party. But, speaking of what is here, though, the Valentine's Day 2024 shoes are second to last item in this party, which, as you may notice, honestly do look very cool, and complete our armor set. Now that we have the armor set over with, the only other item left is the banner, but it's pretty clear where that is hidden. Before we head down to the village, we still have to go in there. But, before we do, this is the subway in here. It honestly looks so cool for what it is. And yeah. Anyway, that looks really cool. And this does too. Anyway, that's really it for the outside. Let's move on to the inside, which, oh, it is super decorated in here. Yeah, you probably were not expecting this. But, hey, there has to be at least one room where I go insane, and I think we just found the one. Scratch that, the underground party room is another one. But honestly, this is so cool. This is honestly really cool. And for some reason, this room is blocked off. Honestly, I'm probably going to redo that room a bit, so it's going to probably stay closed off for a bit. Plus also, I kind of want to consider moving some of the dogs that are up here to down here so they have like their own separate spot. So we don't have to keep cramming multiples into like one spot. That's probably another reason why I want to redo the room down there a bit. To also give it more use. Yeah, you see why this is the problem? I keep getting pushed around like this. Regardless. This is very cool though. And yeah, who knows, we may dedicate a whole episode to doing that. Definitely after this party. But not the next episode. No, next episode we're doing 3 item room 21. Because I have nowhere to put these items. With all that being said, this is such a cool room. And heck, even upstairs is also updated in this party as well. Honestly, this is so cool. This is actually really cool. What do you guys think? This is honestly so cool. What do you guys think? Comment down below and tell me what you guys think, because I'd really love to hear it in the comments. I put a lot of work into this party, especially for starting it a day early. Again, well, one of the main reasons is because I knew the school day was going to be long as heck. I didn't finish up till like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I feel like these days are like the days where like we're just there for like a long period of time. But yeah, it's pretty nice though. Anyway, now that we have that room over with, there's only one place left, and that is the village. But before we officially jump into the village officially, this is what the subway looks like. Looks very similar to the other two that we saw earlier. Anyway, with that said, now let's do the actual village, which as you can see, is updated, with some of these cherry hearts actually being implemented last minute. Speaking of last, our final item is the Valentine's Day 2024 banner. It's pretty cool. Now we have our official complete set of items. When Free Item Room 21 is built in the next episode on February 16th, these items will be placed here. As of right now, I have nowhere to put these. Literally, I'm not even kidding. We literally filled up the entirety of the rest of Free Item Room 20 with the Operation Legos Island items. I'm not even freaking kidding. I can actually go in there right after this and actually show you that I'm not actually kidding. Because, like, that's actually serious. The hotel's not updated. But that does make sense considering it was updated last time. But we should be updating that more often, though. With that said, though, this is a very cool village design. And, fun fact, every single room, except for the hotel, is updated. Which is so cool. Speaking of which, to prove my point actually, going in here is updated. Which is so cool. What do you guys think? Oh, okay, so yeah, Heart's out here, so maybe we can just get her in here real quick. Nope, I guess Valentine will take that role. Anyway. This is what the coffee shop looks like. Oh, okay, so Heart's just out there. That's okay. Oh! Maybe they just want to come in here. No? Oh! I pretty much closed the door on Heart right there. No, we do not want that. Anyway, in seriousness, the coffee shop looks pretty cool. It actually looks kind of similar to the Creations World design, just of course with the extra color. With all that being said, this is such a cool room. And next up is the library, which also looks really cool. Again, uses all the colors from the party here. And yeah, and yes, we did manage to get both of them in here, by the way. Just trying to clarify that. Anyway, in seriousness, this is how it looks. And it honestly looks amazing. What do you guys think of the room? Comment down below and tell me what you think. Our third to last room in this party is the first house, which as you can see, is decorated for this party. Kind of similarly to how it is in the Creations World. Maybe just a few minor differences like the bed, but regardless, it looks kind of similar. I guess the only other difference is, of course, the cherry stuff. But regardless, this is such a cool room regardless. And with all that being said, next, our second to last room in this party is the second house, which also looks kind of similar to how it looks in the Creations World, aside from some color differences. With all that being said, this is actually, once again, such a cool design. So yeah, what do you guys think? This honestly looks really, really nice. And the last room design is the clothes shop. Let's get both of them in here. Once again, to commemorate the end of the tour. Oh, okay, so Valentine just teleported in here. The clothes shop. This also looks amazing. It really does, if you think about it. And oh, okay, so yeah, I apparently put that in there too. Of course, it's still February 2024, because it won't get updated until March. But this actually is so cool, man. The clothes shop also looks amazing, and is ironically the last room in this whole party. What do you guys think? This honestly looks amazing for what it is. And honestly, I don't think I could have done this room any better than I could have possibly ever done. And with all of that being said, that wraps up this episode of Legos Island. Guys, this is such a cool party. You can tell it's kind of semi-heavily much more downgraded compared to 2023. Definitely a massive downgrade compared to 2022. But regardless, this is such a fun little party. It's only 3 days. So, yeah, we're only going to have 2 episodes with this party. The next one having absolutely nothing to do with it, which can also explain why all the items came out on the first day, because it was ironically Valentine's Day at the time. Which also, fun fact, by the way, this is the first Legos Island Valentine's Day party to ironically come out on the actual day itself. We will probably never have this again. But regardless, I will see you all next time. Happy Valentine's Day 2024. What was your favorite room, by the way? And your favorite item? I'd love to hear it in the comments. And like I said, the next episode will be on Friday, February 16th for Free Item Room 21. Oh, and here's your proof. We're definitely going to be needing to do that next time.